I keep hearing about the 2008 economy crash, and I still don't know what that is because I didn't have to live through it. Nothing was different. And today's world is not that much different to me either. I will trust the outsiders saying that prices are rising, absolutely. If prices were going down and there were more jobs, then the world would be very different, wouldn't it? You would be able to own something comfortably away from all the toxic people. And it's almost like this specific interlocking mechanism is what keeps us stuck with capitalism. Capitalism is still capable of stacking toxicity, and eventually it itself becomes the corrupted system, which we have to replace. Something dropped, infographics dropped of why did we not collapse yet? Because maybe we're very close. Maybe we're extremely close. It's just something special has to happen where economy collapses. Usually, for me, my idea of economy collapsing, good people unite and they move out somewhere else. Just they fucking leave. They let things collapse because they deserve better. My potential is definitely 100 times bigger than the actual life that I'm living right now. There's still potentially a lot of people living under suppression, and again, a stack of toxicity. Now, decoding all of this is not the easiest task, and yes, support, clicking nice buttons for me, and that would really help fight the toxicity. It might accumulate into some kind of weapon. I mean, for fuck's sake, you should be uploading videos. I should be subscribing to you. That should be the main goal, is to, beat the teacher. But if you can't beat someone, you have to submit to their authority. Americans can get ahead of themselves and, build these, ginormous channels that don't really give a fuck about you. Because, normally you need to employ people to reply to every single one of these guys to shift the vibe into a conversation and planning and building and all the bigger things than just receiving commentary from people who just want to collect likes that are completely meaningless. You don't want meaningless things to surround you. That's the first layer of toxicity, if anything. You don't want to be bored. That is you surrounded by meaningless things. Peak of smoking. Communism, by the way. Corporate communism is about smoking. Or maybe it's maximum toxicity socialism. When people are slowly dragging you into smoking. That's a tough one. There's a lot of things that feels like capitalism, but they come from corporatism. They come from way back. Capitalism invented smartphone, right? It's fucking a fire escape, basically. Try and just keep sanity. Sanity is the most fundamental thing. Where if you lose it, you're probably gonna kill something about you. Like a tentacle monster, you exist in a lot of people's lives. One relationship can be destroyed the moment sanity is taken a toll. Technically, there is the prison layer, which I mentioned. There's the thin layer you can sit on in case the world sucks, alright? You do have to trade in all of your connections from the outside world. And sometimes when you're completely lonely, maybe it makes sense. If you're homeless, maybe it makes sense. You have a crime of your choice you can do. Congratulations. You can also hear in some places prison systems are full. That gets ridiculous. Either full, like, full can mean two things, right? Just like corruption can mean two things. So full, you don't have space, or the space that you have is called cramming. All right, you don't actually have space. You just cram people. You don't care about people anymore. You can't take care of them. So it's not even prison anymore, right? You dilute the definition of prison. Either prison is full or prison is not as prison as it should be. There is another weird hint to toxicity stacking is more people live in a hot climate. Why? What is there so special? Well, maybe there was something special. It's just one of those questions you have to ask AI again. So, corporatism barely being discovered. Climate is only one factor amongst many. Well, I don't know about that. There's just everything where the people are. So, like, I can barely survive 25-degree heat. It's crazy. Yeah, technology requirement. But what? We gonna live in hot environments, anyways. Yes, you can enslave people a lot better. Love that shit. To me, still, like, the stupid people are attracted to hot climates. It's like a fucking vortex. To some extent, hotter climates will take a 20% lifespan tax. This is weird, bro. And people are still attracted to it. Yes, it's all history, it seems. I don't think it has real ground to stand on. So even like simple factors like that can stack toxicity. Hot climates, bro. We are like facing as a humanity the idea of like, man, I should just live alone because people are toxic. And it's like, damn, that's the worst fucking direction to go at because like the conclusion is humanity's toxic. And they self-admit. Ratio of 50% good people, 50% bad people, I mean, sounds kind of reasonable, to be honest. Sounds, what would happen, but you introduce a joke and everyone just fucking finds this bomb shelter of a joke. I'm like, nah. Because I ran 2 polls. I was just getting concerned that, people slipping into a wrong mindset. Even a tiny bit of evil choice can make you suspicious, but if you just literally admit that you're a bad person, that's a perfect indication that you're stacking toxicity. You literally just self admit on being a toxic stacker. People usually admit, people usually can't hide themselves. The only real question, though, is can they be stopped? That's when things get really ugly, right? Because people can act gangsters, but you can't stop them. You can't do anything about it. I mean, if police is so fucking useful, then, I mean, useless. Useless. Relatively useless. If you think about it, like, all of a sudden you see that the system itself is broken. Like, there's nothing there that's actually valuable. Nothing is valuable. Everything is placeholder. I told you the first episode. First episode, I'm like, nah, everything is fake. Everything. And you can complain all day fucking long. The only thing we can do is unite the good people. This is the only fucking solution. And you have to, like, come to the conclusion, the same conclusion, that there is nothing else we can do. We can only build an actually functional system. Right? That's not broken. Now you would think of like why people love a broken system. I said just like Bitcoin. People adopt a broken system because they want to do crime. Right? Some of the people are completely clueless. They're easily manipulated into being shown that things are working, but it's just crime. So, is it working? Hmm. From the very beginning, it seemed like Bitcoin was not designed for transactions. Was not designed to be used by normal people in general because the fucking entry cost is so high. Just like my IQ is not high enough for owning Bitcoin. All right, I don't get it at all. I don't fucking get it. So it must be used by someone else than good people, right? Either there's specialized people or there's just evil people. You just get the leftovers. If you cannot convince good people to join your gang, there's the leftovers. Even like joining a fucking Pokemon pack opener gang is also just form of gambling, right? You don't want to join the gambling gang either. They're not productive. They're not doing anything. If you want to open Pokemon cards, you have to figure out how to sell items first, and maybe you want to buy storage units first, or try to sell trash as a homeless person. Best job. You should try that one. Start with the homeless person job. Selling thrown away items. If you can't do it, like I can't sell shit. You're not gonna find me selling shit. I barely can comprehend what capitalism is about, guys. In a deep level. In a like involvement level. I can't get involved. It's insane to me. On a fundamental level, I can understand of like, well, I'll survive. That's a good thing to start with. I'll have money. That's a simple thing to try and acquire. If I have money, I survive. Whatever. We can work with that now. As long as I can, in fact, get money from somewhere. Because again, a broken system asks you to get money, but doesn't actually tell you nothing about it. It's just like, well, it's job. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like easier to make up your own job than to get employment. So like, what's the fuck's the point, right? So you didn't tell me the full information there. The real question is not job or create your own job. Where are the people who create jobs? Where are those people? You know, that's you immediately sense the brokenness of the system when you can't find the fundamental pieces. What is the fundamental thing that capitalism is supposed to do? Because it feels like it cracks the world open. Cracks open the world. You can trade everything all across the world. Everyone wants to join in on the trade. When communication is established, you crack open into building like convergence centers, which we call cities. It's a center of convergence. Everyone goes to the city to get all the opportunities, right? Except me, because I don't understand cities as well. What's the point? Like, I don't fucking get it, right? Like, if you attempt, like, if you even have homeless people and they don't know what to do, you're not gonna fucking give me the answer either of what to do. And every single time, the answer is, well, find the magician, find the magical moment where you escape the bottom line of not having money. The magician. Just, wow. Fascinating stuff. I don't know about that one. I'll just, like, the moment I have ability to survive, that's it. That's the only thing I care about. I'll just have some of that and do my thing. Alright? Because freedom. So yeah, you see the literally fundamentals not working. Sure, you can call police when you're in big danger. What if you're in minor danger? What do you call? fucking nobody, right? You cannot fucking report anything to nobody when you're in minor danger. There should be surveillance, mass surveillance across us, each other, right? We surveil the world. We figure out how to solve problems together. We unite. But that shit don't exist. You can't just. So a lot of people actually use social media as a little bit of surveillance attempt of like, hey, I found this. What do you guys think? All right, that's the best thing you can do. And surveillance also would surveil police. So when police stops you, you point a camera at them. That's a little bit of surveillance too. If the court system cares about it, fucking awesome. You're lucky. But they might not care. They might side with police often. Who cares, right? You know how the system works. The system can be as broken as imaginable. So people are just faking it and they're place holding. They're just holding place, meaning it's, the thing can be named, but it doesn't exist. Doctor is a word, but there is no doctor actually in reality. There's a person walking like, here's how a doctor should dress and look, but no doctor actually exists. You will not find an actual doctor who does doctor things. All right? They might be able to even talk like a doctor and will still not be able to do doctor things. No, there is no such thing as therapist. There's no such thing. Bro, maybe not even such thing as a family member or a friend. Right? You have seen it. You have dealt with it. You have gained the trial version. Someone took a place to show you what the definition of a friend would look like. But eventually it fucking falls apart because of toxicity stacking. Right? Or nah. Well, it was placeholder. It was not real. So eventually it falls apart. Because it's broken. So that's literally the first thing I taught you guys about capitalism. None of this is real, guys. Everyone's just posing, bro. They're not actually doing a job. They're taking a piss. Okay, if they did their job, they could employ you to do half of the job. Right? It's like, oh, if you can do it, you can do half of the job. Then I don't have to do as much work myself. It would be fucking easy to approach just person after person and try their jobs too. You can do 10% of my job. Oh, okay. Fractional employment. Does that exist? Nope. Nope. Oh, fractional employment doesn't exist. Holy shit. So jobs are not real too. Okay. What do you do in school? You actually don't do anything in school because schools are fake. Okay. Whoa. Everything's fake. Boy. This is the only thing that's real. So toxicity is the only thing that's real, guys. So people earning astronomical amounts of money, that's real. They can take services away from you, right? Just name the price, and they will buy your shit. Alright? They will buy you over. I mean, if you watch Mr. Beast, you realize how many things are fake if a 24-year-old or just a young person can achieve astronomical levels of success, you know, exponentially. How can someone do that? Because they know how to fake it, alright? They know how to fake it. They know how to fake it, attract people, extract wealth from them, and employ certain people, and fake even harder things, even bigger things. It becomes exponential loophole. And that can be toxic. Mainly toxicity is when people allow it to happen, people not bothering to stop it, people can even clash in their ideologies, because freedom can be used to enhance toxicity or reduce toxicity, right? And right now in capitalism endgame, we see the culmination of toxicity. Like a lot of countries try to not be toxic, not appear toxic, But, when we crack open the entire world, everyone is trading. None of us wanted to start being toxic, but at some point, people just couldn't help themselves and they showed their true selves, right? Countries showed their true identities. Of like, UK might have been one of those places where, like, hey, come here, come work, yes, yes. They enslave you, they give you good wage, goods, right? But then they start cranking up the rent and they start cranking up um, migration in some capacity, right? It's just like, no, 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 we need more workers. We can't stop. We need more, more. And then you're like, what the fuck is this place? Who are you guys? That's crazy. UK's a shithole, bro. This whole time. Now we know. Now we know. We know Russia's a fucking shithole. Maybe Middle East in its entirety is a shithole, but that one would be like, that's insane. Damn. What's going on there? I don't want to push too many buttons too fast. China is very good at hiding the level of shit that they have in their country, so you pass. Congratulations. If you're able to hide it, you survived. I mean, thank God. If you can't hide it, you may not have survived. Like, just because my dad is smoking and drinking and causing drama, I mean, at some point, like, it's completely unbearable. But if you smoke, now you have a 10% chance I'm not gonna talk to you. You drink, you have 20% chance I'm not gonna talk to you. You are losing bleeding sanity, 50% chance I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. So you don't just have bad habits, you are severing your connection to the rest of the world. And the same happens with countries, right? If they expose themselves as toxic piles of shit, like, they're severing their relationship with the outside world. Not good for them, isn't it? Now, I have to prove that we are, in fact, stacking toxicity. Maybe AI can do it, because this one's tough. One of the first signs is monopolism, right? It's so much more convenient to go to a big grocery store. Well, it's not. It's convenient for me because I'm a fucking loner, and if I had friends, I would start negotiating. I need just one backup fucking partner, and we start negotiating some real good deals, right? We start searching for good deals. Like, what are you guys doing, right? Again, the same solution. Good people have to unite. Then we can achieve something. I don't want to start achieving things all by myself. Best I can do all by myself is learn how to cook. All right? Then I can make a good deal out of available deals inside a monopoly. But generally speaking, the moment I get one partner, we're going through this adventure of trying to get a deal, right? The more intimidating the partner, the better, right? If it's a female, that's basically 10x boost. Maybe that's how PewDiePie became famous. Marcia. Intimidating when you have a partner. But to me, it's just like, I'm not doing things alone. It's just, I've done way too many things alone now. Way too many things. We're not doing this shit. You seek a deal, you negotiate, like, this is stuff that I want to see in real time other people learn the same thing alongside me. I can't do this alone, bro. It would be just it feel too miserable that I'm just doing such a next level thing in my life. It's like one of those godlike activities, but I'm already encumbered by one of them. I don't have to do two of them. Alright, so yes, this video is a remix of something I already uploaded. Yes, even Ari's music video was like, man, that's too much toxicity. Can we just, like, tone it down a little bit? I'm gonna do the remix differently.
Wow, thanks, Ariana. You just reminded all of us that our influencer is not toxic. Are they being honest, though?
Everyone is slightly influenced by greed. Everyone is trying to cram ads down your throat, sell something. They think they can get away with it when they jump on a trend, right? I get it. And make that bag. Nah. Nah, we ain't making bags unless we're making bags together. I'm sorry, bro. That's a competitor right there. At that point, fuck it. Let's not ask for money at all. Let's not put personal ads in any fashion. I can sell things just by, you know, loading a donation button every now and then. After you download Influence Tracker or whatever. Anyway, so Rise of the technically it is like adopting trends without questioning. Even buying a car can become a toxic behavior because you're still making noise, you're still polluting air, right? Like, come on. Buying a dog can be toxic because you are trying to satisfy your loneliness with a creature. Now, these sort of things I don't get behind. Of if you're satisfied, you're satisfied. It's just like toxicity happens is when you affect other people. That's when it happens. It doesn't matter whether like you chase girls because you don't masturbate. Oh, the magic happens, right? You're satisfied watching porn, so you would never go out and seek girls. Like, no, like, no one's gonna see girls. No one. That should be the default. Because they decide, in the end of the day, say yes or no. They have 90% of the vote under capitalism. Maybe right now it's a little bit lower because it's a toxic capitalism. It's an end game capitalism, so it could be at 80% their decision to start a relationship or not. The first sign of toxicity stacking is toxic people start relationships first. You actually let them do it. No, you guys go. You guys go. You guys do that thing together that no one should be doing. You guys go. And they actually also collapse bridges. When my friend gets a girlfriend, oh, you better not touch, look at my girlfriend. No, no, no. Don't worry about that. Don't talk to her. All right? They become overprotective, so oh, I guess you found something that I can't have. Hmm. You're gonna flex inequality right in my face. Alright. In fact, you probably will take the bait of like ultimatum, her or me, right? You just throw that in there. Of like, why can't I have both? Is the right answer. But choosing one is the wrong answer. So you throw that bone in there and it's like, oh, I guess it is over, isn't it? So that's also another layer of toxicity of people choosing one over the other. Especially again, you can choose a woman. You can choose a woman over someone else. But that now is simping. That's not a real deal, right? Women has ability to accept, but if you sacrifice a lot to be accepted, that's another way of being toxic. You're toxic to yourself. I hate I made you love me, and you just like sacrifice so much of yourself. That's why it looked toxic. But because music videos don't fucking explain themselves, well, I have to do it so, to destroy the other layer of toxicity, which is silence. Under explaining is where we live right now. Under explaining things in general, silence in general is another layer of toxicity. All of these things stack, and you actually have to escape the stack of toxicity, not adopt any of these fucking traits that I'm listing down. And no one's gonna try and stop you. That's when you know it's very serious. All right, you are in freedom. This is exactly when you can start stacking toxicity, because no one's gonna bother trying to stop you. You know, they're just gonna be slowly backing away because you're holding a gun. You being toxic, right? I'll just slowly back away. Like, I don't know if I can hang out with you. Actually, you're kind of fucking disgusting right now. Bro, why can't I add? What the fuck is going on? I'll have to still do this bullshit. When I'll have module design, I can do way cooler things. Yep. That's another interesting thing. It's like you want to be rejected by women. You should be excited because you're exposing their toxicity. But again, you don't want to do it alone. If you're exposing someone in any way, it's better not to be alone in this. It's better to make it more believable because it's not that bad, right? What is this micron crisis again? Accepting toxicity. Alright. Can make sense. Market incentives. Yep. Yeah. Of course, it's not that unique, but it's very, very unique. Okay. I mean, AI is not saying anything new. Wealthy and permissive. Harmful behaviors can accumulate faster. You do have to question almost like every single change society is going through of like, is it toxic? Again, to me, technology is escapism. It's your private property. It's the most private property you fucking own. That even a homeless person can have. Just being fat. Of course. That's a very simple one. I've seen some people be struggling in cars and they're like, we're fat. And when they were helped, I didn't feel that good about it, you know? When you're helping fat people, you can help them lose weight by rejecting them. Yeah. You can keep stacking because no one's going to confront you about it in a lot of situations. No one's going to try and stop you. So you have crazy amalgamations of human beings. And every single time you meet a new human being, you have to unpack this amalgamation of like how toxic it is. You probably can only stomach like 2-3 strikes and you have to bail, basically. Am I rejecting people? No, I reply to the comment section, okay? It's actually a lot more difficult to accept people in real life, you know, when they kind of just forced. What you want to do is the first step, you go into a location where the people are and you just sit there and you try to like survive. You're not doing anything harmful, you're just there. No one should be upset about it, right? It's the first step. First day, you move on, it's like, well, success. You're gonna come back. You can tell some people you're gonna come back. It was good. And they might be surprised, but you just sit there, you did nothing. No, that's the test. I do nothing and you're not upset about it. Congratulations. And you gradually grow the connection to a special place that's supposed to matter to human beings, a social place. Were there social places in the first place? Out of all the places we have created, have we ever created a social place? I don't know, man. I have no idea about that one. We have created celebrations, but it's like it has to be daily activity. It can't just be once a year or disconnected. You have to know when it is happening. It's like joining a live stream. It has to be happening almost every day. So that to me doesn't even have a placeholder. If I see a live stream, I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And I wouldn't even do that one because no one's talking to each other in live stream. No one's just sitting there. Club Penguin might be the closest fucking thing at this point. I don't know. Some bullshit multiplayer game. I mean, technically, yes. I played Minecraft and I found some friends along the way. Of course. Didn't I tell you? Toxicity keeps rising. Yeah, so if toxicity is stacking, then survival is the only thing that matters. People choose nothing but to be a bad person or a pathetic person. Well, you don't have a lot of choices, but there's only one positive choice. You don't even want it. I made a similar poll where there were just two choices, and people treated it a little bit nicer. Right? 50-50. Not rage baited you. The poll is all the way down here. Right? Most people are. Yeah, not 50-50, guys. Most people are bad people. I mean, if we reach that level, then something is wrong. Something is going horribly wrong right now. Maybe humanity does not survive the capitalism crash. So, I created the most scariest polls of all time. Alright, click a button. There's the right answer right there. Alright? Just make us all happy. Alright? No. They say no. What? In situations like that, a good person can only want to kill. Right? Want to destroy things. A good person now will have to do the bad person things better. I will have to be a bad person. Because I can do it better than they can. Alright? If you think you're a bad person, then let's compete on that fucking battleground. Let's fucking go. Like, all of a sudden, all of these things that I'm learning and I'm discussing and I'm interacting with people, none of this fucking matters. The best thing to do is throw insults, with the greatest insult being a fucking ban and a block. Right? All of a sudden, you do have to reject people when you have an identity like this. It's like an ID card. Hey, Mr. Satan, I'm here to take some souls from you. Right? I heard you have an excess amount of souls I can take. This is where you sacrifice sanity. This is where you're basically dead. Because we better have it that way than, bother keeping you around. Excess amount of bad people is just like, fucking, what did you just do? Even as a form of trolling, like, something has to be sacred in the end of the day. And I think that's the most sacred button you can possibly have. It's just like, just pick the good side. Alright, we're on the good side, right? Like, I'm creating a good side, no? No? So I will continuously post this post until I'm fully satisfied with the results. Until we beat the 50% mark, because this will stack anyways, right? If I lose twice, I have to win twice now. Alright. Maybe people can get tired or scared or understand the fucking meaning of it eventually. But that's another thing of like, well, YouTube is fucking rigged. People don't even want to click the correct button. Right? They're not going to subscribe to the correct channel. They will subscribe to a toxic channel that uploads toxic shit. They actively manifest garbage on the internet as well. Toxicity keeps rising. Keeps killing channels. And so on. And keeps replacing channels with toxic version of channels. There's more drama channels than ever before. People love clicking the wrong button. This is the ultimate fucking evidence that I don't have to listen to fucking nobody. Right? This is the ultimate fucking way to 10x your freedom capacity of like, well, I should be able to do even crazier things right now that I'm doing and no one should be complaining about it. Until you click the correct button, basically. Otherwise, no complaints. I don't want to hear no fucking complaints. Shut the fuck up. This is the thing you can put up. Because if people want to click the wrong button, you will allow yourself to do the wrong things whenever you feel like it. Whenever you see a bad person, you should be able to pull out a weapon of some kind. You have to manifest some kind of a capacity of freedom, even as a good person. Something's gotta make you fucking angry, right? Even if that other person didn't do much wrong. But if there's general evil, there's general toxicity in the world. Because I have these motorbikers running around, zoom, 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 taking a piss on me like at least 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, are just like intoxicated with some pieces of shit zooming around every fucking day. 10 minutes. And you can see like 5 minutes get wasted. 5 minutes of sanity every day. But then, like, how many people are affected by this, and how many people are just unable to do anything? Because, again, police is just placeholder. There's nowhere to go, no one to talk to. You can't convince anyone to change anything about the situation very often. Only when things become ridiculous can you get help. That's the funniest thing as well. You know, this is the greatest troll move of all time. There is no help. Everything is placeholder anyways. So it's actually toxic to say, get help. I mean, every single fucking hater says this shit. And, because they know what they're saying. They know that there's no such thing. It's a psychological fucking torture, basically. Usually get help means that I need a bigger weapon, and more people on my side in current times. And if toxicity is stacked against you, that's what it means. Funny enough. But yeah, it's just an indication of like, oh, I don't think you're adequate as a person, and just like, am I gonna listen to you? Yeah. What are the chances that you're even a good person? Hmm. There's more. Like, if this can be invented, because this is a whole nother invention, what else can be invented? What else can you do with buttons and asking for people's opinions and giving them a responsibility to pick the right answer? What else can we find in the stack of toxicity? What kind of phenomenal behavior can we find? Anomalous. Bad people. It's literally consent to be at least put in jail. At very least. To strict. Yes, if someone is a bad person, you should be in jail. Like, I'm sorry, bro. That's the mindset you have to have. You have to damage them as much as possible until they click the other button. It's like you gave me consent to be bad to you, right? You should not be a part of society, and now I have to be bad to you. Any chance I fucking get. And the first major thing that was criticized about Keir Starmer's decision making is like, well, they kind of make it illegal to smoke cigarettes. And it's like, where's the bad part? You want more freedom to do more toxic things? You just accepted it as a part of the culture? Are you okay with that? But UK sucks. I want to smoke and drink. It's a part of the culture now to be toxic. Oh, so that is accepting toxicity and wanting to smoke. So now two toxic things. So now it's literal political propaganda video. Just based on that alone, now you can be sus about, like, maybe you're a stupid person, basically. You don't understand what's going on at all. If you can't understand that one thing, that smoking is a bad thing for you, and you should just shut the fuck up about it. You shouldn't ask for it, right? If you really care about smoking, you'll have to go somewhere else, where it's still acceptable, and where you can still be successful as well, right? And maybe you can come back to UK if the right person gets elected. Damn. It was almost like an empathetic piece, because the guy would still be able to smoke. It's just the next generation wouldn't be able to, so, like, what? Where's the fucking problem, that was literally the fucking capitalism trap, right? Capitalism allows you to be toxic, and people usually adopt it. They usually fucking adopt it. I mean, people love clicking buttons that have no consequence. Are you sure? Are you sure I'm like a Are you sure? Are you sure I'm like a fucking nobody, right? You sure I don't have a future where I will absolutely aim take away as many good people as possible from your society, and let's go somewhere else. You know, we just gotta go somewhere fucking else. Because again, that's the beautiful thing about capitalism. Everyone shines with their toxicity. They fucking shine from miles away. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for Ari, as much as I care about her as a Powerpuff, she shines with toxicity and with all her tattoos, with her dietary problems, and now everything is burning. And it's like, oh my god, what is? You definitely don't want to be toxic artistically because artistry allows you to do anything. So why do you prioritize being toxic first? I wonder, question mark. Again, you can do all these things, but shouldn't you be doing the good things first? Shouldn't you prioritize the more exciting good things? Same goes with artistry, like, you can create such beautiful things, and you choose not to. Well, that's ridiculously suspicious. Why would you not want that? Why wouldn't you be exploring the good side first? You can explore the bad side after you're done exploring the good side. You completed 100% of the good side. Alright? When you're completely bored of the good side, only then can you start the toxicity crusade. And again, you know, accepting toxicity. People will just fucking simp for whatever happens. If their favorite artist becomes toxic, well, they're just gonna follow that now. They will not question anything. Bro is burning, though. Artist, just because you can do it doesn't mean it's interesting to watch or satisfying to watch. And he's gonna burn his entire house, which is they decide more than ever before in history. They decide more than ever before in history. They decide if they accept a man, accept a relationship, or nah. You can be patient. I told you guys about living too fast, but they decide. Well, I get to live my life. So if you have to make that tough decision, and actually it's like they have to live with that shit. I get to live my life. They get to live with a tough decision in their hands, constantly worrying of like, do I have to take that guy? Should I lean on to that guy now? Right? So actually, Ari gets to decide. How do I cheat and get away with it? A tough decision. I'm not going to support you, and I'm not going to oppose the government. Like, it's just the most normal fucking thing to do. Yes, if a government wants to remove a toxic behavior, it's a monumental attempt because people might actually try to withhold the toxic behavior. They will still, dump it into the black market, but that's fine, right? If government can get away with it, that's a win. That's just the fucking win. But you have to sacrifice your approval rating when you do it. This guy definitely went psycho mode, unfortunately. Didn't calculate anything. More often. Is being racist toxic? Let me check. Didn't see that one coming, actually, so. You decide. Making noise or drama is toxic. Like, insulting people is causing drama. Like, why are you doing this? Ultra-wide? I don't know. I'm not gonna engage this conversation. By their toxic behavior, usually. Yeah, the fallacy or the trap goes like this of like, well, you pressed red button, you make me feel bad. That means I'm allowed to make you feel bad. Yes, if you're a toxic person, yes. A non-toxic person would try and be like, negotiate so I don't press the button no more. Is the first thing you should worry about. You don't have to negotiate. Yes, the moment you grow a couple of brain cells, you want to negotiate so the button is not pressed against you. If you are not gonna grow brain cells, you're just gonna like, well, you press the button, I press the button. It's just a never-ending warfare, basically. You might even go killer mode. I really believe I'm stupid, but you have to have evidence for that. If I'm not stupid. So yeah, stupid would mean that you can't stop me from pressing this button. There's nothing you can say that would stop me from pressing the button of feels bad. Those are the stupid people. When they get up in your face and start barking, I mean, damn. The best thing you can do is, like, get as much information from them as possible. What's your name? Where do you work? You start collecting data, because that's the best thing you can do when they start barking at you. Because they're fully exposed. Alright, there's no deeper thing you can get into. They already are at full offense mode. Max stupid. Zero sanity. So the best thing you can do is ask, who are they? And still attempt to negotiate in the most, like, degenerate way of, like, yeah, I accept everything. You can go now. You win. You know, a degenerate acceptance of like, yes, you win, absolutely. If someone shows stupidity, then they win. A losing position. We're like, please stop using Twitter. Just stop. Like, people are exaggerating their egos on this particular platform. This is the fucking commentator heaven. Everyone's just commenting. Everyone's yapping. Zero effort. The less effort is required, the more degenerate is going to be the platform. The less filters it has, the more degeneracy. All right. The only filter is pay money. You have a check mark. All right, I guess. That I realize that I'm a big voice to myself. I can improve my own. Adopting more and more toxicity. There's one clue that will look very convincing as well. Toxic fume towers. People adopt toxicity because they mass produce something and they don't care about the side effects. Ah. Rejecting normality. You probably don't want to do that. Again, it's hard enough to survive, so why would you do this? I kind of appreciate inflation. This is what you saved up money for, to survive this particular period where everyone is suffering, and you're just like, well, I have savings. I'm eating savings right now. No big deal. This is gonna not last very long. Don't worry about it. Shitty people will die anyways. What can I do? I can't save the world. The only politics that matters is no politics. It's solving the fucking problem. The moment politics exists, that means there's a problem. You can solve it. That's it. Politics disappear. Of like, oh, you just know how to fix things. Oh, that's great. It's not left or right. There's no fucking politics when the problem is solved. Right? Politics is when I propose solution A and they propose solution B. Right? And they all just gonna be like, oh, hey, elect me, I will solve things. Keep me elected, I will solve things. Right? Solve the fucking problem. You don't have to be in politics to start attempting to solve a problem, by the way. So that's, which is the road rage next to my apartment. Wow. I have to listen to that now every single fucking day. And summertime is just even more rage, basically. Who fucking cares if it's toxic, right? If it's literally just bothering everyone else. Who fucking cares? Who's gonna stop it? This is where things escalate into unstoppable toxicity. So, technically, one way... Ignore stop signs. So all of a sudden, because everyone grabbed their freedoms, no freedom is left. This is the end game of capitalism, right? This is where capitalism just has to fucking, like, throw hands up in the air. Like, wait. If you take freedom, the freedom will deplete. Every single time you take freedom, especially when you do something toxic, right? When you do something toxic, you're depleting freedom fucking exponentially, all right? Gotta be careful, because one thing that has to happen in order to start solving problems, accountability. We have to count how much freedom is every single person taking. Everyone should be fucking guilty right now and be accounted to. Let's calculate how much freedom have you took. How much freedom have you took? Was it reasonable, right? A lot of the time, freedoms. This is a whole new era that's coming, and everyone's guilty of taking freedom. But it's easy to. Well, technically, there would be like a hard limit of like if you took too much freedom, you have to pay back. If you didn't take enough freedom, you gain a compensation because man, you're too scared to take freedom. You didn't learn any better, or you just were suppressed or traumatized. We technically shouldn't be taxing the rich. We should be taxing the toxic and evil. I mean, that should be the most obvious thing, but we don't think like that. And that's why we have this, like, A, B, left versus right. Because now there's, like, room for improvement or room for seeing a different side of things when we just, like, attack people for not being evil, but for achieving things, seemingly, right? Like, well, he achieved a lot of money. Why would we attack him? Right? And all of a sudden we start this like endless debate. A-B brainwashed. Two options for you. You either like Trump or hate Trump. That's right. Nothing in between. I don't give a fuck about Trump that much, to be honest. Other people have plenty of things for that guy in particular, so I think I don't have to worry about him. Someone else will say their things, their shit of things, and they're generally right. And I just think, fuck it. You're doing that job very well. But there's a lot of things that people don't focus on. Fucking tower of toxicity. Oh, bro. Am I really not gonna remix this
Perform this
video?
freedom is to not shower, basically, right? I'm walking around stinky. But often enough people find themselves freedom to, bother me about it. Because stinky is really bad, is it? So freedoms do tend to clash. I mean, I just mentioned the anti-racism technically as a clash. Politics become a clash. That there's only left and right. There's only A and B a solution to the problem, and that's an insane
Social and
Oversimplifying.
economic.
Oh, yeah, oversimplifying is a problem under
clash.
capitalism.
You're just literally allowing usually the solution is C. You have to see a much higher level
You have to see the C solution.
than the two presented, because the first two ones are the most fucking radical ones. You have to be smart about it. You have to see something beyond the first two solutions, usually. Either throw people, we would just kind of clean up all the hatred, or reverse how things used to be.
Well, basically, two radical solutions right there. If every conversation started with a fight or flight, I mean, goddamn. Conversation is the C solution of like, yeah, we don't have to do those first two radical ones. When you meet an alien of like, oh shit, are you armed? Do you have weapon? I don't know if I should fight or flight you. Then you can be in that situation. But with a normal human being, conversation is supposed to be the normal outcome. No fighting, no flighting, or rather fleeing, right?
Because it doesn't matter like how rich I am if my sanity is depleting. Sanity is the multiplier of just everything I have.
Well, yeah, technically sanity can go above 100%, I think. Then you can squeeze value that other people can't see out of the things that you have. I mean, I think that's possible.
By making these videos, I discover some pieces of sanity. And they don't look like this, they look like this, these freaks, basically. And they have garages nearby, so not the best place to be anymore. I mean, cars not.
There's plenty of evil people, there's plenty of people who are toxic. Make these assholes pay taxes, right? Tax these people, not the good ones. That's it. That's the ultimate solution to everything. Otherwise, we get lost in an A-B sauce.
Like the most smartest decision, not the
bro.
best, and that's burning.
Previous episode, you have seen car, and Ari set it on fire, just like it's supposed to be. You know, I get to feel like she watched the latest Capitalism Explained. Thank you very much.
Mess.
But what do you do, right? What if you're cornered with other people's toxicity? The best thing you can do is just keep accountability. You do whatever you can, whatever's productive, whatever helps you survive. That's what you do, right? We just basically can only acknowledge that it exists. And then you definitely don't want to go down that path.
Find a way. It's almost like Bitcoin was created to do crime the end. You know, because like there's freedom out there. There's a lot of bad people out there. So what are they going to do? They're going to come up with a way to make crime legal anyways. That's the whole fucking point. So when people say, like, well, we're going to actually go against the government, we're going to create a fucking pipeline around the government, what they actually mean, in the end of the day, they just want to do crime. The end. It's just that simple. And it's so fucking ridiculous when you think about it, of like how hopeful people are, how they get mesmerized by toxicity, how much they invest into it. Like, holy shit, man. How much they talk about it, how much they try to convince other people that this toxicity is completely fine. One thing is certain, toxicity.
You can add gambling to the list, but like, damn, bro.
The way it works, toxicity stack is not a stable thing at all. It's stacking and stacking and stacking. It's basically the most dangerous thing, absolutely. And again, I've seen the UK's culture, and I don't think it's a fucking good one. All right, it's pure fucking garbage.
I mean, you shouldn't expect this to be stable. The moment the government starts banning toxic shit, they might not want to stop. They might be able to destroy the whole thing. I mean, that would be a very beautiful thing.
I think UK is literally on fire, and it deserved all of it. All right, it's one thing, you can sell us your labor. And it looks like jobs are also toxic.
Oh boy. Toxic jobs. You don't want one of those. They definitely exist. If you can work for evil, you can work in a toxic environment, absolutely. So when I stack my tower, I mean, I'm just collecting surface level stuff. God knows how big it is now. And again, it keeps growing until it has to collapse. Until we will have to question each other for what kind of toxic towers have we been able to build around us. Again, I'm surprised I wasn't able to remix the video. Sometimes this happens. Looks like we have more stuff to talk about.
He kind of gets tanked all the way to the bottom level. Like, if a homeless person can appear honorable, then survival is the only way.
Another capitalism exclusive. Anyways, I mean, this is crazy. The tower that you can build is insane. The real question is, how much toxicity can one person have? I would love to discover that person. Alright, for the first time I have to throw my glove, give up, and leave this for the next episode. It's almost as gonna be a mystery episode. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing. I mean, to me, that's a perfect ending of, like, you didn't thought capitalism was toxic? Well, it invents money morality. If you poor, you must have done something wrong. Yeah, I definitely did. Just let me survive, okay? Just let me go. I definitely did, though. See you guys next time.